A very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us on the Monday edition of the show. Promises to be exciting. As always, there's a lot to talk about. I'm Yemi Adebayo.
I am Taya Salam. Many thanks for joining us again.
Let's start you off with the news making the rounds from this part of the world. We start from home. Charity, they say, begins at home. We start with the Nigeria Professional Football League. Gets us talking. Very interesting. 2 away wins to talk about on the show this morning. Who are the teams responsible? Heartland responsible for one of the away wins on match day 9. Of course, they were able to get us talking with that sweet away win. Kwara United as well also got us talking. So we'll be taking an extensive review of match day 9 and talk about what's going on in the Nigeria Professional Football League.
Also on the show, still talking football, but this time in England, where Manchester City went to Anfield and absolutely hammered Liverpool by 4-1. Of course, they've managed to tighten the grip on the Premier League title race.
All right, let's go to what the Americans call football. You know, what we don't call it football here, but it's football to them in the United States. Let's talk about the Super Bowl 55 and this man, everybody talking about Tom Brady of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And of course, he was responsible. He helped his team to defeat the Kansas City Chiefs. It was a blowout, really. And of course, it's the 7th Super Bowl. And I mean, what else can we say about this man? An amazing athlete, defines longevity. And a lot of fans celebrating right now.
7th heaven for Tom Brady, never in doubt. I mean, taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs were the defending champions, of course. That's no longer the case. It's very, very difficult repeating as champions of the Super Bowl. So this hasn't come as a surprise to me at all. But what this today is about the greatness of Tom Brady. Tom Brady once again continuing to prove that he is the greatest quarterback of all time. I have run out of superlatives to describe this guy because yesterday he didn't just play, he actually threw for 201 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defeated the KC Chiefs 31-9 for the first Super Bowl title since 2003. Of course, celebrations at the end there with his family. Giselle's right there. The kids are also celebrating with Tom Brady. And you've said it all. I mean, this guy is incredible longevity. He's 43 now and is still playing at the very highest level. After his performance yesterday, he was named the MVP for the 5th time. That's a record. That's just remarkable. 7 rings as well, too. What more can we say? More than any other franchise. More than the Patriots, where, of course, he won the 6. More than the Steelers, more than the Cowboys, and more than the San Francisco 49ers.
His movement to Tampa Bay was heralded by the city itself, as far as the mayors. Everybody say, oh, Brady's come to town. They were very excited. But some of us were a little, even though we know how good he is, we just thought it was retirement, you know, and he showed up, showed out, and I mean, what else can we say about this man?
No,
you know, there's nothing else. And when it comes to important matches, he just shows up.
Exactly.
You know,
that's why.
I mean,
that's
amazing.
Amazing athlete, like you said, and that's why he's been to 10 Super Bowls and he's won 7. That's a ridiculous record for Tom Brady, who was the 199th pick during his draft all the way back in 2000. I mean, it's absolutely made mockery
of the stats, of all of those things,
of the underdog status.
Yeah, of course.
You know, surrounding him when it came into the NFL. Like I said, Yemi, I have run out of superlatives. My reservoir is empty to describe Tom Brady. So we'll just go ahead and listen to the man of the moment himself.
Well, I think they're all special, and they're all. It's been an amazing year. Amazing year. We got off to a good start, 7-2, and then had a little rough stretch where we kind of found our identity and played a lot better football down last December, January, and just really proud of all the guys, proud of all the coaches, the effort we put in. We knew we were playing a great football team tonight, and we got the job done. So you want to get this far, you got to get the job done, and we did it.
It's all about getting the job done, and that's what Tom Brady is known for.
I also like him. He was trying to be magnanimous, even though all the headlines were talking about Tom Brady.
Yeah,
but he's trying to
so.
deflect, try to talk about his team, try to heap praise, especially on the defense. We always talk about defense helping you
win
and they were very
titles.
stingy, kept it tight. No joy for the Kansas
exactly.
guys.
They were restricted to just 9.
Just 9. So
that's massive.
I'm happy for him, really. I'm sure.
I'm
the fact that he could replicate what he has done with the Patriots with another team. People have a way of saying, "Oh, prove to us, leave this place and go to another place."
Somewhere else.
I guess he did, and he did even when he was over 40.
Exactly. 43 years old.
He's huge.
Tom Brady, take about wherever you are. I mean, it's undoubted that this guy is the greatest quarterback of all time. Of course, shout out to Joe Montana and the other greats that have played American football, but the records speak for themselves. Let's talk about the fans now. Of course, they're all very delighted. That's the Bucs fans after winning their second Super Bowl. There you go.
I'm a little disappointed. No flouting all this COVID-19.
I knew it was going to be this way. Look at that. Just a few of them wearing masks.
The other time, I think it was the Lakers.
They're all the same.
I think the moment gets to you and you forget all of these things. And the guys, the screams, they shout. It's an historic win.
Yep.
They had the opportunity
to win it right
there.
On their home patch.
Not all of them were able to get into the Tampa Bay Stadium. Yep. But you trust me, they were all hovering around, watching in bars. No respect for the rules. No respect.
We're not condoning this, but
we're not condoning. But the excitement, and the only low part, if I could put it that way, is this.
This is it.
But
there's not two ways
the fact
about
that Brady can come to Tampa, a team not in the conversation, in my own opinion.
They weren't.
Not in the conversation.
They weren't. It's a fact.
And they could do this. It shows what it means to all of this, all of these guys.
Man, look at that, young,
joyous mood.
Men,
a lot of
women.
hugs, handshakes. Everybody's your friend in a situation like this because something has brought everybody together.
Look at this masked man as well. Interesting. Let's get more from the Bucs fans now.
It's been a long time coming. Kansas City, I know y'all remember me for sure. But congratulations to the Bucs. It's been a long time coming, man. Y'all made history tonight. And hey, we champs. Let's go celebrate. Turn up.
Oh man, this is really cool. It's been on my bucket list to go to the Super Bowl, and the Bucs win it. It's been awesome. This is amazing. Tampa's a cool place, and it's been a lot of fun.
Oh my God, I was so excited. This is like a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So
it's great. It was amazing watching the Bucs win a Super Bowl in our hometown. I've been a Bucs fan my whole life. I used to go to old games at the Big Sombrero. Woo!
This is great for Tampa Bay area. Brady is like a savior for Tampa. We needed him. Thank God, Brady. Go Bucs.
Tom Brady, you can be the preacher at my wedding. I'm getting married next year. Please come. Hey,
we love him.
Bucs fans are visibly excited after winning the first Super Bowl title since 2003. I heard that guy inviting Tom Brady.
Sharing his invitation cards.
Right there to Tom to come be the preacher. That man is just an amazing athlete. What an inspiration he is for.
One other way to look at it, in a period where we've had a lot of negative, a lot of sad stories, things like this, just shows you the power of sports can bring a lot of people together. I'm happy for the celebration. I'm not happy with the flouting
of the rules. Of course, we're not
but that's something, a moment that could bring everybody together. You forget about the things that divides us. It's very good to see things like that happening.
Yeah, I mean, let's pay a thought for the KC Chiefs fans. Of course, they're not happy. So very disappointed. At the worst, they expected a very competitive Super Bowl. Ended up being a blowout. So a lot of them this morning are very disappointed, but still looking on the bright side of perhaps them coming back stronger next season.
Yeah, we spent a lot of money to come down here to see our favorite team and favorite player, Patrick Mahomes, and it was disappointing. We got shocked. Tom Brady's the GOAT. What are you going to do?
I mean, it's kind of disappointing. Like, we should have scored once. I felt like the D disappointed us. They had stupid calls, like Tyrann Mathieu with the helmet and the interception. I felt like they should have put more bigger guys on Gronk, especially because Gronk is like one of the bigger guys.
Honestly, man, it's going to be okay. Kind of felt like the penalties is a little rigged. Too many penalties, you know how that is, but we'll be back. We'll be back.
We'll be back. We'll
That's
see
the
about
message.
that.
That's the message.
Well, as it is right now, it's very interesting to see one of the fans admit as well to that Tom Brady is the GOAT, and there's not a lot they could have done on the night to stop this guy.
It's one of the few moments in sports where somebody gives you a heartache, but you still love them.
Exactly.
You know, Tom Brady. What can you say about Tom Brady?
What more can we say? Take a bow wherever you are, Tom. And the good news is Tom Brady is coming back again next season, so no talks of retirement whatsoever. Let's move on with the show now. Let's go to another American sport. This time, the NBA. A lot of games played last night / early this morning. Of course, Super Bowl overshadowed everything else in the USA. But we have all the results for you this morning. Let's start with the Utah Jazz taking on the Indiana Pacers. That game ended 103-95 in favor of the Jazz. The Jazz have now won 15 out of their last 16 games. Donovan Mitchell was the star of the show with 27 points.
And we get to talk about him later.
Exactly. Let's move on to the Heat and the Knicks. 109-103 in favor of Miami. Elsewhere, the Wizards were beaten by Charlotte 119-97. Celtics and the Suns. It was the Suns that were just too hot for Boston. 100-91. The Kings reigned all over the Clippers 113-110. So those were the results for you. The Blazers and the Hornets was postponed because of health and safety protocols, of course, for COVID-19. Let's focus on the match between the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks, where Nigeria's Bam Adebayo was once again the star of the show, scoring 24 points and grabbing 11 rebounds and a 109-103 victory for the Eastern Conference champions. Jimmy Butler finished with 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists, while Kendrick Nunn and Tyler Hero each added 16 points in that victory. They've now won 2 in a row after dropping 7 of their past 8 games.
Very solid.
See them back to winning ways.
Solid team performance from Miami. It's
say that again.
kept it tight. All-around team effort. They needed everybody on board.
Yes.
Everybody that stepped to the court had to contribute something. And even in the post, Bam Adebayo said as much. So they had a few moments where they could have done better. There were blips, but the fact that they teamed up helped and were able to cross the line. You know, and it was close, just about 6 points separating them and the Knicks. But good victory for them.
Good victory. Let's get the post-game reaction now from Bam Adebayo. Welcome back to Channel Sport this morning. We're now being joined by Shola Rogers. Shola, good morning. It's great to have you on the show.
Good morning, guys. It's a pleasure to be here.
First time this year?
Second.
Second time.
Yeah, I was here.
But I can say
first
Happy New
week.
Year.
First time we've ever seen you.
Apart from me.
Apart from,
It's great to always have you. Shola, there's a lot to talk about. NPFL review, match day 9. Very exciting times indeed for the Nigerian professional football
away
league.
results again.
Exactly. There's the Principals Cup. It's upon us as well to the Premier League. Of course, we get us talking,
and of course, the FIFA Club World Cup, if we have time to get there. But first, let's take a look at some efforts to revive the Principals Cup. There's a lot that has been done in recent times to rejig, revitalize the Principals Cup. Let's take a look at the report put together on that subject about the Principals Cups, all of the efforts being put into it. Then we come back to talk some more on the Principals Cup.
6-2, 6-4.
The Principals Cup was no doubt a respected national grassroots football competition that produced stars such as the late Stephen Keshi, Daniel Amokachi, Sunday Olise, and Henry Nwosu, amongst others. Ex-internationals Dosu Joseph and Tajuddin Disu have memories of winning the prestigious trophy with Igbobi College in the 1980s.
I played for Igbobi College in 1987 when we won the Principals Cup against Ansarudin. I think we played 0-0 full-time 90 minutes, and in penalty shootout we defeated them. I stopped 3 penalties and we won, and it was just lovely, and we came back into the school. We danced and danced and danced.
Principal's Cup was there then. They picked us. We went to Sweden, go and win the Gothia Cup for Nigeria. We came back again. The following year, Principal's Cup, they picked us. We went to America to win the Dallas Cup. We went to Brazil, win the Brazilian State Cup. We went to Norway, we win the Norwegian Cup. And the last one was we went to Denmark to win the Danish Cup. So from there, we graduated to the Flying Eagles.
For years, the competition has struggled to regain its reputation. And so it comes with great excitement that efforts are being made to revive the good old days.
History is there that Nigeria won the Olympics in 1996 in Atlanta when we defeated all the great names in football. And that was because we were able to catch them when they were young in the schools. And they excelled. After 1996 in Atlanta, we relaxed.
Somto Iwagu and John Ebenezer featured at the second edition of the Channel Track and Field Classics. Hearing about the good old days of the Principal's Cup has given them a good feeling about football.
I first came to this school in JS2. I wasn't really good at sports, but in academics I'm good. So this school brought me up. I never knew I could play football. I never knew I could run. But now, when I was kept on going, JS3, SS1, now I'm very good at sports. I'm part of this school football team, and I'm one of the fastest in the school.
At first, I never wanted to do anything sport or athletics because I'm not a good fan of athletics. Honestly, when I saw a senior named Ramon, I saw him playing football. Then I picked interest in playing football. Like that, I came up.
The competition is set to return with some level of rebranding that will expand its base to accommodate other sports such as athletics, table tennis, and badminton.
All right, interesting times ahead for the Grassroots Cup. Last part here, some of the sports added. So the effort is not just to develop football and some of those other sports. We need to bring you into all that we're doing on the show. I'm very sure you want to comment about the Principal's Cup. You want to comment about the English Premier League, about the Nigeria Professional Football League. Maybe you want to talk about the Super Bowl as well. Who knows? But we're here for you. So talk to us this morning on the show. This is what you need to do. Do it and do it fast. Tweet to us and tweet at us at @channels_sports. Let's get talking on all of these issues, and the conversation never ends on that handle.
Of course,
all right, so
Shola,
Shola, and you were nodding your head. Obviously, maybe a seal of approval to some of the efforts to revitalize the Principal's Cup.
Anything that has to do with grassroots sports for me is a go. Like it gets me going. Like I'm buzzing and I'm holding in my excitement and everything because one of the biggest issues is that we don't have enough competitions. With competitions like this, young people will get a platform. They'll get a platform to compete, also to meet with people from different schools and different backgrounds, and that's a form of education in itself.
Again, with integration, with unity.
Health, it helps with health. You're keeping fit because you need to perform at
a certain level,
at a certain level and all of that. Yeah. So that's the beauty of it. And again, brings back memories for me.
Your fondest memories of the Principal's
growing up, in Surulere, and I went to State Grammar School, the Colors Government College, School 4, and we had a very strong team. We had a very when you hear about
got a good history with the competition.
Oh yes, Teslim Fatusi, you remember Teslim?
Yeah.
People like that, and a couple of other players came through, and they made it to the national level and all of that. And one of the things we liked then was because we were part of the team one way or the other, you get to skip classes for a bit, to go support your team or to go play or sit on the bench. Probably we weren't good enough to start.
Support the sport.
But all of that, still didn't deter us or hold us back and everything. So now that they're making it national and they're trying to also bring in other sports, that's a chance for more sports people to, express themselves. And you don't know which talent that will throw up.
Yep.
Off camera, you were talking about, I was trying to tell you and you educated me about people telling me how easy it was to make it from the Principal's Cup to any of those national teams because it was considered that for you to be good enough to be playing at this level, you slot in easily. And you started reeling out names of those guys.
Oh, yeah. There are a couple of people that did that, The thing about it then was that they didn't have this age grade thing. It was just the Flying Eagles that was in between you and the
National
Green
team.
Eagles.
Then.
Green Eagles before they became Super. You know, so and what that meant was that the coaches would scout for talent at all levels. I remember that a couple of school kids played for stationery stores, and stationery stores was playing in the Premier League or the Division
Or its
One,
equivalent
the
of
old
that.
Division One that they used to call then. You know, so that way the national team coaches could scout players at that level, and they found their way into the national team. And even some made it abroad. A few of them were able to get schools, scholarships, or even get to play. You know, so this
The strength of playing in the Principal's Cup.
Yes, that's the beauty of it, because it throws up the very best of players. That's what it does. You know, regardless of your class, because a few guys, even in the junior class, who were good enough, would still make it, you know, to play for the, I was going to say national team, for the school team. You know, so this is why we need to get it and get it right. It's not just to go, and they must really clamp down on age cheats.
Yeah,
and people who are out of school who will be, you know,
Mercenaries.
brought in as
Mercenaries.
mercenaries. That's what it's
Yeah,
called. Yeah.
yeah.
They really need to clamp down. They make sure that we have proper school kids, because that way, you know, they won't deprive these young guys of their own opportunity to express their God-given talent.
Yeah, and defeat the essence of
And
the
keep the
competition
cycle going
itself.
that way. You don't
All
get
right.
it hooked.
Okay, then. So that's it for the Principals Cup. Of course, I will continue to update you on this particular competition. Let's go to the Nigerian Professional Football League now. Match day 9 games played, starting on Friday through Saturday and Sunday. Of course, more games will be played today as well. Let's give you the results. Very interesting results. Our very first game was between Enyimba, as on Saturday, defeated Plateau United, the star match of the weekend. And it was Tosin Moyele showing up his former side with 2 well-taken strikes in that game. Shola's got a big smile on his face. He'll tell us why shortly. Kwara United with a...
This is coming, I must be honest.
Yeah, I mean, because Sunshine are very good.
Sunshine went on the road and picked points.
You get,
you know, so you'd have thought that at home, you know, at Akure, it would be,
I mean,
3 points in the bag. And Kwara, they've not really been that great. You know, they've been off and on. So nobody saw this one coming.
No,
Kwara United going to Akure to pick 3 points on the road.
2-1, fantastic victory. Sadiq scoring once again for Sunshine Stars, but it was just a consolation at the end of the day. MFN right here in Lagos, the second away win of the weekend. They lost to Heartland against their former coach.
I'm not going to talk about this one.
You're going to talk about it.
There are too many MFN fans around me.
Rangers 1-0 over Warri Wolves. Fantastic.
That was kind of expected, though.
For
It was kind of worried. They've really not been great this season so far.
How about Akwa United? 3-0 over Katsina United. 3 wins in a row for them now after starting
Akwa
so slowly.
seem to have gotten some form of reinvigoration. You know, into their campaign. How long can they keep this going? You know, fingers crossed. Let's see how it goes.
Still in Akwa Ibom, the Kada. So 2 wins for the Akwa sides. 2-1 over Abia Warriors. Abia Warriors still in big trouble. I wonder what the fate of
the manager
Coach Imama will be.
Yeah, well, we heard that he's been given a 3 or 4 game ultimatum. We heard it's.
Yeah, that's a lapse already.
So that's if we heard that he was given a 3-match ultimatum. He's played 3 matches already. Well,
anyways,
we might be hearing something out of their camp today, tomorrow. You never can tell.
Perhaps we'll keep an eye on that situation. Definitely, Jigawa Golden Stars 1-0 over Adamawa United.
Yeah,
and Lobby Stars and Wicked Tourists are playing goalless.
Adamawa wallowing at the bottom of the log.
Donating points left, right, and center.
They look doomed.
The promo continues.
They look doomed. They look doomed. Anyways, let's talk about the Kada and Abia Warriors. We're going to see pictures of that game. Very interesting game. Shola, your thoughts on this NPFL season? Getting to see these matches live on various platforms, you know,
streams and stuff,
streams and on cable.
You know,
this is what it's about. This is what we always wanted.
It's what we've been talking about for years.
Exactly.
You get, and we always said it wasn't rocket science. That if you set your mind to it, you will get it done. And again, it was interesting when I heard the chairman of the NFA talk about the billions that they could potentially make, and he was not lying. It's actually possible. You know, if
achievable.
It's achievable. Maybe not as much as that, but you can actually make a whole lot. You know? And so that helps. Again, we see the return of away victories now that there are cameras in the stadium. I'm not going to say more than that. I'm just saying that there was a time when...
What you said is enough.
Okay, so let's leave it
You
at
said it all.
that. You know?
What is understood doesn't need to be explained again.
Yeah, you know, there's no need to talk further about that. You know, so this is good.
It's not a coincidence.
The guys are going there now and they're playing, expecting to get results. And we're seeing it's now becoming the norm. You know, we celebrate away victories because we know that there are seasons when you could hardly get one.
There's something that just popped in my mind. Like the fact that we don't have fans now, does it make every ground a neutral venue?
Yeah. Kind of.
Nah. Look, the thing is, even with the fans, at times when you see the way certain teams are set up and the way they're going to come at you, they'll still beat you, regardless, you get. But, yes, if you want to play up your players' psyche and charge them and say, you know what?
Nobody's there.
There's no one there to boo you or whatever, so let's just go. You know, then again, this might not sound nice, but we never used to have so many fans before in the first place. At least in the last couple of years. Only a few stadiums would make you feel
but
like...
I'm really talking about those places where you know you're going to...
Like Kano.
Agege, even for instance, it might not be full, but you still have...
The fans are still at Agege. One way or the other,
that's what I'm
there.
saying. You hear the noise, you hear the drums and all that. So now that you don't have all of that, it makes it look like everywhere is neutral.
No, because the thing is, yes, like I said, you might use it to psych up your players and say, okay, there are no fans there, you get. But if you don't play your game, if you don't, you're not going to win. You know, the fans can do so much, but you have to, put in the work. You have to put in a good shift or else, it will not matter. It won't matter. But we need to get to a point in our football where, regardless, whether there are 10,000 or 50,000 people supporting the home team or whatever, you can actually still play football and get rewarded based on the way you play. Officiating will be on point. Yeah. Every other thing will be on point.
Your spot on it helps that a lot of these games are now being shown live and helps to curtail the excesses of perhaps the officials as well too. Anyways, action continues today. The excitement continues today with two games that will also be shown on the NPFL TV platform. FC Ifeanyi they went away the last time out against Heartland to get a point. Now they'll be hosting Kano Pillars. There's also Rivers United and Nasarawa United. Expect Rivers to get all 3 points perhaps in that game.
You can actually bet on them too.
To get all 3 points.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Put your money where?
Yeah. My money is on Rivers United.
Is it about Pillars?
Which Pillars is going to turn up, man?
Yeah, that's
a good question.
Which Pillars will turn up? I won't put my money on any of them. Because, FC Ifeanyi, they play a tight game. If you see any of their recent games, regardless of the way results have gone, they play a tight game. And you don't want to bet against them, but it's Kano Pillars. Yeah. So if the Kano Pillars that we...
Real Kano Pillars, sure.
All right. That's it for the NPFL. Join us tomorrow again. We'll be getting all the latest updates on these games. Let's go to England now and talk about the English Premier League. The big matchup of the weekend ended 4-1 in favor of Manchester City. Not a surprise for me at all if you've been monitoring the form of these two sides. Of course, there were other games as well too, starting with Tottenham returning to winning ways after losing back-to-back. This time around, they took on West Brom. They won by 2-0. Harry Kane, of course, back. Heung-min Son as well too on target. Wolves and Leicester ended goalless. Liverpool won 4 against Man City. And Sheffield United lost against Chelsea. 3 wins in a row for Thomas Tuchel. The big match, and Shola, let's just go straight into it. No surprises for me. Liverpool losing.
Before you go into the big match, I'm going to talk about Tottenham West Brom, right?
All right, fair enough.
So Harry Kane gets injured and Tottenham can't win again.
No, good.
And he comes back and they're winning. There's something wrong with that.
It's a Harry Kane team.
Yeah. Maybe we should just change it. Hurricane Spurs or something. So I think there's something wrong with Mourinho.
Most of us were here the other time saying Kane was going to struggle in this team. Yeah, that was a talk before, but somehow...
I'm not sure I heard that.
Maybe you're not one of them, but a lot of people said, even
Paul
the English
Paul
press...
Mason, for example, said that.
This guy's going to kill Harry Kane. Now Harry Kane is integral to how they play.
So that's the irony right there.
If he's going to kill someone, he probably won't be the guy that will get him the most goals. He does usually do that. That's Mourinho. He picks on one player
Turns him around.
And before you know it, there's trouble in the land. You know, him and Dele Ali, nobody understands what happened. Maybe it was because Ali had called him out a few years ago when he was still at Chelsea and Ali was at was still at Tottenham.
I don't think so.
No, there are actually old tweets of him calling Mourinho out,
Yeah,
and
but
people
I mean-
actually went to dig them up.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but
Why would you
that
pick on a
wouldn't be
player like
reason.
that? The guy was playing well the previous season.
I wasn't playing well.
He was. He got
He's on a
injured.
downward trend.
He got
Wasn't
injured.
playing a lot.
If he was
England
that
wasn't
bad,
even calling
if
him.
Dele Ali was that bad, I don't think PSG will want to bring him
Yeah,
in.
but they didn't go all out for him. They could have gone all out in the game. We really want
He's
this
not
guy.
about going all out because Mourinho knew that if he had let him go at that point in time, his team was going to be very, very thin.
He needed cover for
He
that.
needs cover. I know. And Dele Ali is not a cover player,
Yeah,
but
but-
that's not the focus.
Okay.
You know, I just wanted to put that out there.
Okay,
that
yeah. So
there's something wrong. I like Jose
There-
Mourinho. I'm one of his fans. Everybody
Yeah,
knows
yeah.
that. So, but I'm saying something wrong. And look,
It's strange
there's
what's going on
no
there.
Harry Kane, and you're not winning games. Then there's a problem. There's a problem. You're a one-player team.
It's wrong.
That's what you're telling
not
us.
Good enough.
That's not good.
Enough. Not
You
good.
know, so because a few weeks ago, people were talking about him winning the league.
Yeah. December, to be
Yes.
precise, they were top of
As
the
of
league.
December, they were like, oh, Tottenham will probably
Contenders.
win the Premier League. They were league contenders. Now, people are saying, are they going to make it to Europe? I don't know. So that's why I had to put it out there that there's really something wrong.
yeah.
Absolutely.
But the real game happened at Anfield. Like,
Yeah.
everybody thought it was going to be business as usual. City have not been able to really
Pep
find
never
any
won
joy.
at
Pep in
Anfield.
particular had not found joy at Anfield.
True.
You get, you know, at the weekend it was the battle of Liverpool versus Manchester. You know, Merseyside versus Manchester, Everton, Man United, Man City, Liverpool, and league leaders go to the defending champions and break their duck more or less. Like Pep Guardiola, like went all out. When Gundogan missed that penalty, I felt like flogging him. Like if I could get on the pitch and just, what were you thinking? You know, that was
field
supposed
goal.
to be like you turning the screw, you know, on Liverpool, because at some point Liverpool were playing very well. I saw Firmino. I saw flashes of the old Bobby Firmino. It was really nice, you know. I saw the usual selfish Salah trying to get the goals. It was good because he works for the team. At the end of the day, Mane, you know, putting in those tough pass and tackles and stuff. Then it suddenly just went south for them. When Salah pulled one back with the penalty, I thought, okay, maybe
we'll see a
we're going to see a balanced game
But
now.
then, yeah, Alice in Blonderland.
Yeah, Alisson Blonderland, I like that.
What was he thinking
Because
about?
I think, and he actually did perform well until
Up until those
blunders.
That was
And it was back to back. And people started saying all sorts of things, insinuating all sorts of things.
ridiculous
You know,
things.
it was as if he had come with a pact to say, you know what, let's allow City.
that's
But
ridiculous.
not taken away from Man City.
Nope.
You saw the beauty of Captain Raheem Sterling, you know, taking on 1-on-2, getting into the box.
Yeah.
You
Shala.
get, it was beautiful.
Sure, beautiful indeed. We're going to leave it at that just for now. When we come back, we'll listen to the both managers talk about that game, and we'll get the concluding thoughts of Shola Rogers. Join us again.
Then they score their first goal. We score the equalizer, and then we make two massive mistakes. That's how it is. So, and they use that, and pretty much game over. It's in a game when you have such a good moment in the game. That was tonight. These two goals were obviously the killer of the game. Everybody knows that, and we don't have to talk and speak around that. That's the truth, and. Yeah, and then Phil Foden, with a brilliant individual effort, scores the fourth one, and that's why the result is there. So the two things are the result is actually the absolute opposite of what we wanted. The performance is what we wanted for the majority of the game, but in the end we lost.
Well, most important is the 3 points. So, of course, I'm so proud for the guys. To be the guys who break a record for a long time, that means how difficult it is. We are not one player who wins games from himself. Now Gundogan started to be one of the top scorers, but our top scorers is far away. We have to do it as a team, like always we have been. And everybody's incredible commitment, and we have an incredible captain, like guide and lead the rest of the players. He helped me to do a job I cannot do it. He do it for me. and that's why we can maintain this run, because in this period to do 10 games in a row is so difficult, so complicated.
10 wins in a row for Manchester City, 10 points ahead of the defending champions Liverpool, and it's safe to say City are the true title contenders. The others, for me, are just pretenders.
The only thing you didn't add, is with a game in hand.
Oh yeah, thank you.
And by the time they play that game in hand, then it's 13 points.
They're going. Oh dear.
You know, and of course it will be 8 ahead of Man United and all of that.
Man United is pretenders. Come on, let's be
No,
serious.
ahead of Man United. Nobody said they were contenders.
They're in second
It will
position.
be
You can't.
8. They are
not.
They are.
They're in second position. So
It doesn't matter where they are. They're not going to be contenders. I can say that.
Every log
With
here shows that they played 23 games and they have
Yeah.
45 points.
Yeah.
I don't know which log you're looking at. You see,
But my point is,
your point,
regardless of wherever they are,
No, you
United
see,
they can't
nobody
challenge City.
That's
for the
nobody's
title.
saying that. You're the one that's coming up with that.
Yeah, there are
What
few
we're
United
saying
fans
is
that
that
feel like that.
when you're taking a look at the log, you talk
still
about
second.
first, second, third, until the 20th. You get. So the team in the second position,
For
okay,
now.
scratch the name. The team in the second position
45
at the
points.
moment has 45 points.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
course.
That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
And by the time they play the game in hand, you're talking about an 8-point gap. That's what it is. So it's not about maybe it's Man United
lights out for
or
Liverpool.
Arsenal or whatever. For me, Liverpool cannot win this season. Yes, it's too early, right? But I like to do that. I did it last year. I told people, I said, Liverpool will win. And people are like, it's too early. I said, yeah, I know. But look at what keeps me going for City is the fact that they had vital players injured. And they're still playing like that. You know, and they're playing as a unit. Every team that wins the league, go and check how they huddle. Go and check how they play. You will see that unity. And that's what drives them, you know, on and off the pitch. And City seem to be the team with
has it now.
that spirit,
they've
that
got
momentum,
now, yeah.
and a game in hand. And the game in hand is a big deal.
Of course it is. It's
if they
against
win
Everton.
it, if they win that game in hand, it becomes an unassailable lead. They have to lose at least 4 games for anybody to surpass them. They have to lose, which means that all the other teams have to keep winning.
So the bottom line, City are the contenders.
Yeah, at the moment, for me, I said it, and
pretenders.
you know, my brother and me, we're almost going to a fight on this one. I said, I think City will win the league. It's too early, but I've called it like that.
Yeah.
And if they don't win well, I'll
Go on a
travel.
limb.
You eat the humble pie. You eat the humble pie.
Where? On this table? No way.
Before we look at the papers, Yemi, let's just talk about what's going to happen tonight.
Al-Ali and Bayern. A lot of people are saying, let's not talk about it already. David and Goliath. But an African team has got to the final before. Maybe they'll do it.
You know, the buzz around the Club World Cup is not
as
what you want it to be.
Yeah.
And Al-Ali are flying the African flag, so we'll do the patriotic thing and say maybe just maybe Al-Ali will pull one over Bayern Munich.
They've not lost in over 30-something games. Should that count for something?
Doesn't matter.
In what part of the world is that?
Anyways, let's get the pre-match thoughts of the coach, Pizzo.
Got a tweet and reading the papers. So maybe tomorrow it would be good to listen to him in case they win.
After they must have lost, because
maybe they will win. Maybe they will win. All right, let's look at a couple of tweets. Then we'll take a look at the papers, and Shola Rogers will tell us his views on some. Okay, we'll go to papers first.
Let's do the papers
All right,
first.
Spotlight Life is the paper we have in front of us, the Monday edition, and it says Samuel Chukwueze resumes March 7 aftermath of an hernia surgery. Other stories: Messi beats Ronaldo to a word. Ramos knee injury threatening new Real Madrid contract. A lot of stories, but which one gets you talking today?
Sporting Life. Kane scores on return, trying to get Dyer talking again.
Hurricane team.
You know, and I'm glad that they put Samuel Chukwueze, you know, as like the main story up there and all of that. But there's one recurring decimal on these 3 national dailies that we're looking at, and I don't know if they're gonna like what I'm about to say. I do not see the NPFL results on the front page. I do not see the NPFL table on the front page, but I see the fixtures of games outside Nigeria. I see the English Premier League with logos and stuff splashed across the three.
Not a fan of that, right?
I'm not. When are we going to start to put our own league, up there? Because I doubt if any other country's newspaper
there's no
will
doubt
put
they don't.
Nigeria's league
On the front page.
on the front page of their
they
paper.
don't.
So I'm sorry, guys, but I think I need to say this.
Yeah.
It's time we started celebrating our own.
Must be said indeed. Let's go to some of your tweets now. There's loads of them, Yemi. We'll just try to take as many as possible. Gorilla Adio, you're saying if there is an MVP award that could be given to a group, then the Buccaneers defense should have won it. They were phenomenal. They sacked QB Mahomes and intercepted a lot of shots. Chimela as well too. You want to know what's going on with the sports festival? I mean, it is still on the 14th. Nothing contrary has come out regarding that. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed.
I'm sure there are other tweets there.
All right, then. Let's go on to Ogunfowora Bosun. You're very happy with the resuscitation of the Principals Cup. Of course, we're all excited about that as well. Too, Abdulaziz, it's good the Principals Cup is coming back. Will assist Nigeria get young and upcoming players for a different age grade national teams as well. Kenny Saka, you want to get in touch with Tajuddin Disu. Loads of tweets. I wish you could just take everything, but we're running out of time. Israel, you're disappointed. In Liverpool, you expected a draw at least, but you're going to have to deal with that loss. Mark Anthony, Heartland, more or less, came from the dead to pull out this victory over MFM. And so many Israel, Unfortunately, McAntony, we got all your messages.
We gotta go.
Thank you for watching the show.
We also have Complete Sports and some, but we can't read those papers. But just to say we have them, we can. Shola, we just want to thank you for your time on the show.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Nice having
Appreciate your time, Shola.
Because the conversation never ends.
Oh, yeah, let's take it outside.
I want to say a big thank you to you as well for allowing us to be a part of your day this morning. We're going to be back here again tomorrow. I'm Imed Bye. Bye-bye now.
I am Taya Salam. Enjoy the rest of your day.